What's up, guys? Godzilla Kid 2011 here. As you can tell, I'm not wearing the mask. That means we are doing a very, very important video. This video is different. It's not a review. It's not a wrestling video. It's a Godzilla video. We are doing another Godzilla video. Yes, Godzilla Kid 2011 is making more Godzilla content. We're doing this once again. But let me go somewhere better to do this video. Alright, that's better. We are outside in the glorious realm. Actually, my realm is Kansas City. I'm home. This is my realm. At least I call it. Okay, now this is my history with Godzilla, aka my favorite movie franchise of all time. Alright, so it started, where do I start? I'll technically start with my first Godzilla figure. It wasn't a Godzilla figure, it was a dragon that looked like Godzilla with horns instead of just regular, and it had spikes. I asked my grandfather, "What dinosaur is this?" He said, "Godzilla." I'm like, "No, it's a Carnotaurus." He's like, "Okay." So, then I realized, what's Godzilla? So then, knowing my little kid brain, of course, your boy, this was around when I was 4, maybe 3. So, then I did some research on YouTube, because around the time, I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos. So I looked up Godzilla toy videos. Lo and behold, the first video that ever popped up for Godzilla and me was Louis Duran Godzilla Gang. It was the Five Nights at Godzilla's. It was so awesome that I'm like, holy crap, this might be my new favorite thing. So, I went to Toys R Us, got my first ever Godzilla figure. It was the NECA Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. And it was in the original NECA packaging, before the box, like before the flap. So, meaning, I got one of the original NECA figures. That started my collection. And then, a couple years later, my parents split up. Luckily, we got back together. They got back together. They were all happy again. So during 2014, Godzilla movies got me through everything. And then 2016 came around. Everything went back to normal. Parents got back together, I think. It was in 2016, I can't remember. But my brain was not around. And when I was 6 years old, I got my first box set of Godzilla movies. It was the Heisei era and the Millennium era. And Rebirth of Mothra 1 and 2. And I also got the big 24-inch Godzilla from Godzilla 2014. That really kicked off my collection. And then I grew out of Godzilla for a few. When I got back into it, King of the Monsters came out. I'm like, they still make these things? I haven't seen these things since I was a kid. Because I was still technically a child, but it was so long. It was 2019. I saw the advertisements. I saw the trailers. I'm like, oh my god. This is amazing. So when I watched Godzilla 2014 the first time, sorry about that. Annoying car, by the way. That's my neighborhood. When I saw Godzilla 2014 the first time, that was the start of the MonsterVerse. So, I started, and during 2014, I started watching Godzilla movies during 2014. Then, I got hooked on another Godzilla YouTuber, and during 2014. I'm going to guess everyone knows who it is. Everybody had this man during their childhood. Everybody watched at least one of his videos you'll know who I'm about to talk about. His name is Monster Island Buddies. Thank God for him and Louis Duran and Godzilla. I wouldn't be around in the Godzilla community. They were technically the people who got me into YouTube. Like, if they weren't around, I wouldn't be doing YouTube videos. So, I thank them. Give them credit. And today marks the... Can't really tell how many Godzilla figures I had. A lot of them broke, had to be thrown away. I kept the big 2014 one. I got myself my first ever, actually second ever, moth form of Mothra. This is the new one that came out for, this was the 2019 Mothra to go with Godzilla. This is the Godzilla X Kong Godzilla. I'm not gonna go upstairs and grab my, 2019 Godzilla from Playmates, but this is awesome. I love this. And it goes great with this. Just look at them. Look at those two together. Alrighty, let's continue with the history lessons. So when 2019 came out, I rented the movie on Redbox. Watched it. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. Because for the first time ever, Godzilla felt like a king. Because all the kaiju bowed down to him at the end. Spoiler if you haven't seen the movie. It was amazing. Then, lo and behold, what I found out was coming out after. Oh my god, I was determined to watch this movie like it was a WWE WrestleMania event. Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. I'm like, oh my god, Godzilla is going to destroy King Kong. Battle Axe. Godzilla still won. Boat fight, Godzilla won, definitely. When Mechagodzilla showed up, I'm like, oh my god, Mechagodzilla's back. Mechagodzilla was overpowered until King Kong teamed up with Godzilla. I got so pissed. I'm like, what the hell? Who wins? Godzilla X Kong comes out. I'm like, oh my god, they're bringing back Mothra. Because, if you all don't know, my top 3 favorite kaiju is Godzilla, Mothra, and Gigan. I'm waiting for Gigan to come back. But when they announced Mothra was coming back, I'm like, Mothra's coming back. I'm like, oh my god, it's happening. It's happening. And still, Monster Island Buddies was still doing YouTube videos. Louis Duran was still doing YouTube videos. When they announced Mothra, Louis Duran was live. I'm like, oh my god, did you see the trailers? They're like, what? What's going on? And everyone's, yep, Mothra's coming back. I'm like, yes! So, I saw Godzilla X Kong New Empire in theaters. That was my first time seeing a Godzilla movie in theaters. Then, before that, the year before that, on Netflix, they released Godzilla -1. And last year, they released Godzilla -1 in color. So, Godzilla -1 divided by color. It's amazing. It's genius. I don't know what divided by means, but it's amazing. It's genius. It's a genius title. And then they announced Godzilla, and then I watched Shin Godzilla because I rented it from a library. Same with Godzilla vs. Megalon and Godzilla vs. Hedorah. I watched all of them, indeed. I kept Shin Godzilla because, well, got it on Blu-ray the year after. Watched it, I'm like, that was really good. Then, couple years later, Shin Godzilla's 2 happening. I'm like, oh my god, it's been years. After years, it's happening. Then, Godzilla -1-2 is coming out. I'm like, oh my god, it's happening. Godzilla is on a plot today. Godzilla is back in full force. He's bringing the boom. And then, the news broke. Godzilla Singular Point Season 2 has not been greenlit yet. I'm like, damn it! Why ain't it happening? Because, well, that Godzilla Planet of the Monsters, Godzilla City of Mechagodzilla, Godzilla the Planet Eater were actually my first anime that I've ever watched. Well, not first, because Pokemon was technically my first, then Yu-Gi-Oh!, then the Godzilla anime. Then it was Godzilla Singular Point, then Naruto, then Demon Slayer. And I've watched some Dragon Ball, but that's not the point. The point is, if it wasn't for the Godzilla franchise, I would probably be the most emotional person. I still pretty am emotional, but thank you, Godzilla. And this video will be released on November 3rd, aka Godzilla's 71st birthday. Happy birthday, Godzilla. I think it's November 3rd that is his birthday, but happy birthday, Godzilla. Have a nice day, everyone, and bye.